Hello, I'm Frances Halstead. I'm Next Door Nature Officer for Gloucestershire Wildlife Trust. Today we are in St Mary de Crypt in Gloucester. It's right in the centre of Gloucester, and we're in the churchyard building a pond.
Lovely to see you.
Thank you ever so, Kathy.
I'll reply to Amy and copy you in.
Yeah, lovely. What we're going to do today is to dig a little hole, just about 6 inches deep, and put the tub in. And then we're going to build up round it. So we're making a raised pond. So I've got lots of big, large rocks to put round it to make a sort of rockery. And then I've got some compost we're going to put on top and plant some plants in the rockery. And then we've got gravel to put in the bottom of the pond and some other stones to put into the pond so that we raise it up. So it's not too deep for people in case anybody falls in. We don't want that. So we've got that, and also I've got some nice pond purple loosestrife that we need to pot up, so we can put that in the pond. Okay.
Lovely.
That all right?
Yep.
Good. The benefits of ponds for nature are huge. They bring water for animals to drink, for birds to drink. But also they provide habitat for our amphibians like frogs and toads, and for dragonflies and damselflies and lots of other insects. So they provide a lot of benefit for wildlife. So we're building it here in St Mary de Crypt to add a bit of wildlife into the centre of the city of Gloucester. Solitary bee.
Oh yeah.
Yeah? That particularly likes this plant. So one species of solitary bee. So we're planting this for that.
Yeah,
hopefully we'll get it. So it's called stachys. So if you want to build a pond like this, you will need a container. And so long as it's waterproof, it doesn't matter what it is, so long as it's at least a foot deep, so that it doesn't freeze in the winter and dry out in the summer. Okay? So get your container, and then you can either sink it into the ground, or you can place it on top, as we are doing here. What do you reckon? That's not bad, is it? Yeah? Yeah? Fairly flat? The next step is if you want to move this all the way round,
Yep, backfill.
then you need some rocks to put round the pond. You will need some gravel to put at the base of the pond and some rocks to put inside. And then most of all, you need a way out for animals and insects. So, you know, put in a little ramp or build up some rocks inside the pond. Yeah, that's got some roots. We'll go with that. I think that should be okay, shouldn't it? That'd probably be enough, wouldn't it? We'll see how we get on. Right. Yeah, I put gravel in, yeah. Once you've built your pond, let the sediment settle, fill it up with water, ideally rainwater, and then once the sediment has settled, you can then add your pond plants. Make sure you've got some oxygenating plants like milfoil, water milfoil, some nice attractive plants like bog bean, which has beautiful white flowers. But it's up to you what you put in, but that will attract a lot more insects. Yeah, so that's why we're putting the plants in, so that their roots will hold the soil. Yeah. So now I've got some little plugs that can go in these gaps. What you will need to do is keep an eye on the weed, that it doesn't overtake the pond. So you might need to, in the autumn, pull out some of the weeds so that you've got enough open water. But then it's just a question of keeping the pond topped up, and you know, it should look after itself. That you don't put it in full sun and not under too much a tree where there's a lot of leaves, because the leaves will fall into the pond and take off the oxygen. So if it's under a tree, put some netting over that will catch the leaves in the autumn so it doesn't go into the pond.